Hello, it's your girl Charity. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are going to be going through how to decorate a Christmas tree tonight. So big thing is putting the lights on the tree so it's really luminous, and also spatial awareness when it comes to ornament placement. So if you struggle with any of those things, this is definitely the video for you. Put the Christmas tunes on, get your Santa hat, get some Christmas cookies in the oven, and let's go.
What we need today is your tree stand, a box if you want to elevate your tree, plus weights to put inside, tape and scissors to close the box, your tree of course, lights, ornaments, and your tree topper.
First things first, I'm going to turn my lights on. 1, to make sure there's no lights out on the strand, and 2, so I can make sure I leave no void spots of light while stringing the lights on the tree. I'm really glad I checked my lights this year because I did have lights out on this strand. I'm using weights to weigh the box down to ensure that the tree won't move while on top of the box. Next, you'll see I'm taking the tree stand and placing it on top of the box. I'm moving it around to find a position that I think will support the tree but also be sturdy on top of the box. Now it's officially time to add the first tier. There is a screw that has to go inside my tree stand. In this moment, I'm starting to realize that the screw is facing outwards and I want the screw to face the back of the tree. So I've just flipped my tree around. I've put the bottom tier on, and now what we need to do is bend it out slightly like a peacock feather, and then we're gonna put the lights through that, and then we're actually gonna fluff it to make it look like a real tree. Here you can see how I have fanned out each branch so I can easily weave the lights in and out. Now that I've officially finished fanning all of the limbs on the first tier, I'm going to start stringing my lights. I'll start at the back closest to the outlet. I'll go up the left side and back down the right. Then I'll repeat that pattern for each limb. Now I have to spruce this tier. So you'll notice I'm taking each branch and pushing it upwards and taking a select few pieces and moving them in different directions so that it'll mimic a real tree.
Oh, Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging.
Another hot tip. I have officially put the second tier on. It has 6 rows. So what I've done is I've collected the top 3 rows and I tied them off with a piece of ribbon like this. Now I'm gonna work the lower 3 rows, and what I've learned from the very bottom tier is to fan, weave, spruce each row individually. So I'm gonna do this bottom row, fan, weave, spruce, work on the next row, fan, weave, spruce, fan, weave, spruce, fan, weave, spruce.
So when it's cold and dreary, oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me.
It's time for the final tier. So every tier I've ever put on a Christmas tree has looked exactly like this. Doesn't have the little hinges that fall back and forth. It's actually just a bunch of wire that you're gonna have to actually move out yourself. Okay, Sir, this is harder. Woo, doggy. All right. Pop that bad boy in there like that. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to just start with the bottom. I'm just going to do the same concept that I've been doing. I'm just going to do one row at a time. Look, totally going to have leftover lights, but that's okay. We're going to string them back through down towards the ground, and just anywhere that we see missing spots that lights should be, we will put the extra lights there. Hello again. All right, so this next bit, you're probably seeing me really finesse this, and that's because this part, once you get down to around here, I mean, you really have to spruce, because you can see the middle if you don't. So I like to just bend down, look and see, like I can see the middle here. So you see, like, I'm just really playing with the tree now, just like making sure it's all sprucey.
Make sure you have your lights wrapped around something like your arm or a piece of cardboard, or you'll notice how I'm stringing them across the tree or my shoulder to make sure that A, I have slack, but B, they're not getting tangled, because nothing is worse than when you're putting the lights on the tree and you've run into a tangle. It takes way longer to untangle them than just to make sure it never happens in the first place. Due to the bad batch of lights at the beginning of the film, I had to use a second strand of lights that had way more lights than I initially intended to use. But that's okay, because once I reached the top of the tree, I just stranded the extra lights back down throughout the tree, and it's made the tree light up even more so I'm not upset about it. Then I went through and did one final spruce and tweaked any lights in areas that I thought were a bit dark and could use a bit more brightening. Last step, yes, let's go. All right, I have spruced, I have tweaked, and I think it looks good. So it's time to put the ornaments on. I have called my husband to help me because we have not had a Christmas yet where we did not put ornaments on the tree together, and I am not breaking tradition today. My biggest tip is to take your favorite ornament and put it on the tree first. Then work with the more expensive ornate ornaments you have and sentimental pieces. Put them on the left, the right, and the front of the tree. Then fill in the void spots in the back of the tree with your less expensive, plainer ornaments. My next tip is about ornament placement. Unless you have a monochromatic tree, which means all of your ornaments are the same color, then make sure you're placing different colors throughout the tree and not one color in one particular spot. The other tip is if you have a lot of ornaments of the same color, but maybe they're different textures like matte, gloss, or sparkly, make sure that those different textures are also going in different spots amongst the tree. The goal is to never have your eye resting in one spot every time. You want your eye to look around the Christmas tree and always be finding something new to look at.
So I'm really happy with it, how it's turned out this year. As you can see, I'm also a very sentimental ornament gal. I have some sentimental ones, and then I have some nice ornaments as well. And I think to each their own. If someone wants to just do all matching gorgeous ornaments and add some ribbon and whatever, your tree is supposed to be a reflection of you and your family, so more power to you. I really hope that y'all enjoyed my first video content. If you did, subscribe down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.